I'll record this demo and I'll share you the demo. Don't worry about that. Let us proceed. So let me introduce myself, friends. So this is Vamshi and I'm working for a well-known company, and I'm working for Fusion from last 5 years. And about my ERP career, I'm working on the ERP from last 12 years. And my education qualification is I'm a chartered accountant as well as a cost accountant. So this is all about my career, my educational background, and where I am working for. Okay. Now I had worked almost all the MNCs till now. Okay. So my journey is so long, and I have worked with all MNCs till today. So today we are here to discuss about the Fusion and to understand what is the Fusion and what is the Fusion financials, what you are going to get from there. So to discuss that part, we are here. Let us see. So the first one is Oracle Fusion overview. So I think all of you might have a bit idea about Fusion or good idea about Fusion. But here I just want to tell you something on the Fusion. So the Fusion is being started somewhere around 2006 or 7. 2006 or 7 it has started its journey, and now we are in the 2017. So all 10 years it is there. From last 10 years it is there. In the initial stage, Fusion is not a ERP. In the initial stage, Fusion is not a ERP. It is just a middleware, or it is a service bus where you can integrate two applications. But later, gradually, it has changed its own. So it has become a cloud ERP or a ERP solution. And later, once the cloud revolution has came, it has come up the first full-fledged ERP that in the market in cloud, available in cloud, is Fusion ERP. So now we are in the release of 13. So the full-fledged ERP is started from release 1. After release 1, they have released release 5, then release 7, and then release 8, release 9, and from there gradually they have increased it to release 13 now. We are in release 13. So the expectation down the line for 2 years, or the roadmap for 2 years down the line, it is, so Oracle is going to release up to release 15 or 16 as well. So that is a Oracle roadmap for 2 years. They are going to release 16 also. So with release 14 and release 15, the face of the Fusion, the cloud market is going to change. Most of the artificial intelligence will be added to the Fusion cloud as well. You might have seen recently there is artificial intelligence has been added to the Oracle database with 18c, with the database version of 18c. The same way, by release 14 and release 15, Oracle plan to add most of the artificial intelligence to the cloud as well. That is the roadmap for them, and how it is going to be, no one knows except Oracle people. So this is all about Oracle Fusion. Now, this is a high level what is going on and what we are. Now we are in the release 13. That is the latest version that is available for the customers, and in our session we are going to do with R13 only, and you people also will get access to R13 for your practice. So let us proceed now. So as I told you, Oracle Fusion also is a standalone ERP. So as of now, it is also a standalone ERP, and it will give you an innovative technology or a latest technology that people can work on the cloud model. So you can see it will set a new standards of innovation, work, and adoption to do the work and to adopt the things Oracle will set a new standards. The Fusion Cloud sets a new standards, and it is being built. So the Fusion Cloud has been, the Fusion ERP has been built from the best features of the other ERPs that are available in the market. So, for example, EBS, JD Edwards, PeopleSoft, and Siebel. They have taken these 4 ERPs and they bought the best features from each ERP, and they joined together and they built Fusion Cloud, Fusion ERP. I should not say Fusion Cloud, it's a Fusion ERP. Okay, so this is all about the background of the Fusion applications and future of the Fusion applications. Any questions on this from anyone? Okay. Now, along with these best features, so any customer will depend on the reporting for taking any decision. So for that, to get prompt reports and accurate reports, customers used to implement use different reporting tools by investing huge amounts. Now, to reduce or to address this situation, Oracle has given a huge reporting platform in Fusion Cloud, so with which customers can take, or customers empowers to take the decision accurately. So it will give you the graphical representation, the reports in a graphs. You can get the reports in graphs. So let's see what all the reporting tools are there. KPIs, key performance indicators, dashboards, and ad hoc reporting using OBAA. For 1 second. So ad hoc report using OBAA, real-time reports using OTBI, FR reports, and Hyperion Smart View. So please write down. So these are the different reporting tools that are available in Fusion Cloud, where you can address any type of reporting requirement from the customer, whether it is a transactional data or any financial statement required by the legislation. So these are the different reporting tools that are available in the Oracle Fusion Cloud. Any questions? Srikant Garu, Ranjit, from anyone? Srikant Garu, Ranjit, Velma Garu.
No, Amshi.
Sir, Ranjit Garu, I am not able to hear you, and Velma Garu, I am not able to hear you. Can you please type in the chat box if you don't mind? Right, thank you. Now, so the Fusion implementation. So this Fusion implementation can be done in 2 models. The Fusion implementation can be done in 2 models. One is on-premise implementation and other one is cloud implementation. On-premise implementation is nothing but it is just similar to your EBS. So you have to buy the servers, and you have to get the license for the database, and you have to get the license for the application from Oracle, and you have to install those application as well as database in your servers and start doing the setups of your application. This is on-premise implementation, where you will get application access or application license till R9 only. Now we are in the R13. So, and not only that, the second thing is huge cost involvement. If you go with the on-premise implementation, a very huge cost of the implementation will be there. So that is also not recommended to go for on-premise implementation. So the cloud implementation can be done in three models. One is a SaaS model and PaaS model and IaaS. So these are the three models of cloud implementations that you can do. One is SaaS, PaaS and IaaS. So what is this SaaS model of implementation? SaaS model means the Fusion is being implemented in cloud model. In that cloud model, all the implementations can be categorized into three: SaaS, PaaS and IaaS. So mostly SaaS is nothing but it's a kind of vanilla implementation where there is no possibility of any integrations. You cannot integrate any third-party tool. That's impossible if you go with the SaaS model of application. If you come to the PaaS model of application, in PaaS model, you can have a third-party systems to integrate with Fusion Cloud at any point. So if you want to integrate the AP invoices, you can integrate. If you want to integrate the payments, you can integrate. If you want to integrate only the subledger accounting events, you can integrate. And if you want to integrate only the subledger accounting journals, you can integrate. If you want to integrate only the GL journals, you can integrate. So whatever the level or whatever the point you want to integrate any third-party system, you can integrate if you go with the PaaS model of implementation. And in that, the implementation, you need not to write any interface. So Oracle will have its own its own integration models has already been built. Seeded APIs has already been there in Fusion Cloud. So what you need to do is you have to extract the file from the third-party system and drop that file into Fusion Cloud. That's it. If you are able to achieve that, so the integration will be completed by the system or by the Oracle automatically. So that kind of easy integrations that you can do in Fusion Cloud. So that is called PaaS model. So the abbreviations for SaaS, PaaS is nothing but software as service. SaaS means platform as service. PaaS means. So please write down. SaaS means software as service. PaaS means platform as service. And third model of application, third model of implementation is IaaS. We call it as a infrastructure as service. So here, what Oracle will do is it will get the infrastructure according to the customer requirements wherever he requires, and behind whatever the firewall that he requires, Oracle buy the infrastructures and it will place that infrastructure or it will build the infrastructure including the construction and the servers, everything, electricity, power, everything will be maintained by Oracle, but it is as per the customer instructions. And installation will be taken care by Oracle, and database support also will be doing by Oracle only. What we need to do is in the IaaS, you have to get the access to the IaaS server and do the implementation and use for your daily activities. That is what you can do in IaaS model. Everything will be taken care by Oracle. And for this IaaS model, whatever the integration you want, you can do that. This is all about Fusion implementation models. Any questions? So see sir, Ranjit Garu, SaaS is nothing but software as service. Software as service. PaaS means platform as service. So it will show you the platform where you can do the integration with the Fusion application and your third-party tool. So that is why we call it as a PaaS, platform as service. And the third model is IaaS, infrastructure as service. Shall we proceed, sir? Ranjit Garu, you're okay? Right. Now, the application summary. So, high level, what are all the applications that are available in Fusion Cloud? In Fusion Cloud. So you can have a high level overview. Fusion applications, we are going to have finance management, HCM, human capital management, PPM, project portfolio management, procurement, supply chain management, GRC, and CRM. CRM is nothing but customer relationship management. So these are the different applications that are there in Fusion Cloud. Now let's get into the financials cloud. What is there? In financial management, you are having general ledger, accounts payable, accounts asset management, payments and collections, accounts receivable, and cash and expense management. These are the high level applications or modules that are there in financial management. The same way, if you take the CRM, customer relationship management, I just given you the list of applications that are there. So if you want, you can take the screenshot. So customer master, sales, marketing, incentive compensation, mobile integrations, and territory and court management systems. So these are the different modules are there in CRM. And PPM, project portfolio management. So these are the modules are there in project portfolio management, project costing, project billing, project contracts, project performance reporting, project controls, and project integration gateway. Project execution management, project integration gateway. So please write down. These are the different modules are there in Fusion Cloud. And procurement, you can have a note. These are the applications or modules are there in Fusion Cloud on the procurement side. And these are the modules are there on the supply chain management. And these are the GRC applications. So that's it about the module summary. So we'll proceed on to the financials. What we are going to discuss and what are all the high level differences between EBS to Fusion on the financial side or very high level. R12 versus Fusion differences. So the first one is product specific setups requires login and logout for each of the product. In R12, if you want to do the setups like payables or receivables, you have to either you have to get the responsibility or you have to use the login where that responsibility is having access, responsibility has been assigned. So that means you have either you have to do the switch responsibility or you have to log in and log out of that particular user. Whereas in Fusion Cloud, all the setups will be placed at under one roof, that is called central place to enter all setups across the products. So whatever the product you take, all the setups will be under one roof, under one place. That is the main difference on the Fusion EBS to Fusion. So this central place we call it as a functional setup manager. That's a functional setup manager. And the second one, no sequential listing of setup tasks. So the setups, whatever the setups are there, it is not listed in a sequential order, and we don't know what should be the first task that we need to start and what is the next task that we have to continue. So what is the sequence? It is very difficult for you to know in EBS. Whereas in Fusion, all the tasks will be placed in a sequential order and it will give you the identification, what should be the prerequisite for completing a specific setup. So the prerequisite or dependencies also will be identified by the system for each of the tasks in Fusion Cloud. Whereas in EBS, that is missing. And no ability to assign the task and monitor the progress. In EBS, it is very difficult to assign the tasks and monitor the progress with the application. So let's say application implementation. Let's say there is a project manager, and in that project there are 5 team members. So which person is doing what activities or what are all the tasks and what is the status, what is the due date? It is very difficult for you to track in EBS. You have to use either Excel sheet or any other management tool to track all this information. Whereas in Fusion Cloud, it is not required. So you can get into the application and you can assign the implementation users against to every setup task. So the setup task needs to be performed by whom and what is the due date. So all that information you can track in the application itself. So you can see, can assign the task, mark the status and set the due dates also of that particular task. As a project manager I can do, so that I can get the comprehensive reports on the status of the project. And no ability to copy the setup data across the instances. Let's say we have completed our UAT without any error and all the setups has been approved by the customer, and now we have to move all that setup data from UAT environment to production environment. So that is called export and import functionality from one environment to another environment. It is impossible for you to do in EBS, whereas that you can perform in Fusion. So you can export and import the setup data to any instance. So you can get the data from one instance to another instance in Fusion Cloud, and you can import and export all the setup data from one instance to another instance in Fusion Cloud. And not only that, friends, so if you want to do the rollout, let's say we have completed one legal entity, one ledger and one BU. Later customer requested to add another BU also. Later customer requested to add another BU also, or to add another legal entity with minor changes. So you can use the existing legal entity or the existing business unit. You can copy all the setup data from that business unit to a new business unit in Fusion Cloud. That kind of copy also, copy of one business unit to another BU is possible in Fusion Cloud. So with this, the rollouts can be done in days. That's it. You need not to wait for months together. It can be completed in 3 to 4 working days. That's it. that copy of the BU, or you can create a new BU within 3 to 4 working days with all the setups, and you can make available for business users also within 3 days itself. That kind of powerful setups are powerful functionalities are there in Fusion Cloud. Unlimited reporting on setup data. Let's say I want to have setup information. I want to have a reports on the setup information, which is not possible in EBS. All the setup information you can get an export, or you can get a comprehensive reports on Fusion Cloud. If you want, you can get all the reports together in all the setups together in one single report you can get with all the information. So go and do that. And use that report for your VR100 or setup document. And setup data not shareable across the BUs or VUs. So let's say we have created the transaction type. Example, transaction type. In EBS, you have a transaction type. And this transaction type you have to create for every operating unit. Whereas in Fusion Cloud, it is not required. If you create once one transaction type, the same transaction type can be shared across all the BUs if you want. So if you that possible through reference data or setup data can be shared across the operating units in Fusion Cloud if you want. And the responsibility, the word responsibility has got changed to data roles, and the word business group has got changed to enterprise, and the word operating unit has got changed to business unit in Fusion Cloud. So these are all the high level key differences between R12 to Fusion. Any questions from anyone? You can go ahead now on the key differences. If you want, you can take the screenshot. So Ranjit Garu, Srikanth Garu, anyone having any questions? So Dilip Garu, I think you joined just now. So Dilip Garu, may know from where you got the access. Ranjit, link. So Velma Garu, Srikanth Garu, any questions from you? Ranjit Garu, you can type. Okay, Dilip Garu, that's okay. So do you have any questions, Dilip Garu? Velma Garu, what about you? Do you have any questions till now?
No, Vamshi.
Marthi Garu, what about you? Any questions? Do
No,
you have?
can.
So let's proceed, friends. Now, so how our sessions will continue. So this is the application dashboard, how it looks like. So the Fusion application form, that how it looks like. So you can see it's a high level form that you guys want. Oh, sorry, 1 second. So there are some slides that are hidden. 1 second, let me open them. Okay, so in a high level, what are the modules or applications that you are going to discuss in our session? So you can see these are all the modules that we are going to discuss: general ledger, payables, receivable management, assets, cash management, tax management, budgeting, global intercompany system, and expense management. So these are the 9 applications that we are going to see in our session. All basic 5 modules, along with that tax, budgeting, global intercompany, which is nothing but GSCS, and expense management. Shall we proceed, friends? Any questions? Right. And the reporting tools, following are the reporting tools that we are going to discuss: OTBI, Smart Views, financial reports, dashboards, BIP reports. So these are the reporting tools that we are going to discuss: OTBA reports, Smart Views, financial reports, dashboards, and BAP reports. And along with that, we are going to see BPM workflows, data roles, and Oracle Unified Methodology as well. So how AIM methodology has got changed to Oracle Unified Methodology. What all the documentation and what is the naming conventions has got changed, and what is the document for what purpose we are going to use. Everything we are going to see in the session using the Oracle Unified Methodology part. So this is all about our applications and the scope of our classes that we are going to see, and what are the training phases that you are going to have. So the requirement gathering, solution mapping, setups, testing, reports, legacy migration, and go live. These are the training phases that we will go through. So how the requirement gathering will start, when it will start, from where it will start, what kind of requirements that you are going to get. Based on the requirements, how you're going to do the solution mapping, and based on that solution mapping, how the setups should be done. So we'll do one module by module setup, and we'll do the testing. So setups and testing will continue line by line. And reports, if you come to the reports also will consider at the end of the sessions. We'll take all the reports, all the reporting models that we discussed, and we will build whatever the reports that are required. And then legacy system migration, we'll see how if you want to migrate all of your open AP invoices, open ER invoices, and fixed assets, how you're going to migrate, and GL journals, the open trial balance. The 4 migrations we will see, and not only that is the transactional data and masters also. Supplier migration, customer migration also we will see how the supplier and customers can be migrated. That part also will take in the legacy system migration. And finally, we'll go live. Go live is our ending point of our sessions. So any questions on this? This is all the journey that we are going to see in our Fusion classes. From anyone, any questions? So Ranjit Karu, do you have any questions? Dilip Karu. Nalama Garu, actually your voice is not audible, sir. Can you please type in the chat? Okay, thank you. Srikanth Garu, what about you? Do you have any questions? Thank you, Dilip. So now, friends, if you don't mind,